Well, welcome back, YouTube. This is Rice Paddy Reasons, and my name is Isaac, and I am your Rice Paddy Daddy. Hey, this channel is devoted to providing solutions for the regular guy looking to travel overseas, either full-time or part-time. So before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you know when I drop a new video, and please watch the whole video and leave a comment at the end so that I can know what you're thinking too and we can feed that algorithm. Man, relationships are tough and every situation is different and everybody's got advice about them, and well, we all just gotta muddle through as best that we can. There's no one right way to conduct a relationship. I can only hope that any advice that I give you or any pieces of wisdom that I have, those are derived from my own mistakes, and so therefore I would only hope that you can avoid the mistakes that I've made. So let's get into it, guys. Number one, love is dangerous, okay? It is the worst drug. It is the worst emotion, okay? Go back and watch Rice Paddy's rules, okay? Rule number 6, reason must be the only sovereign you allow to rule you. When you let your emotions take control, then bad things happen, okay? And let me tell you, love is easily the worst one, okay? All of the IQ points will dribble out the bottom of your skull, and you will find yourself turning your back on people that you care about, things that you care about. You will turn your back on your morals. You might get addicted to stuff. You might, fall into deep depressions. There's all sorts of bad things that can follow after it. So be careful and love judiciously. There's nothing more dangerous than loving the wrong person. Number 2, do not fall victim to the pizza effect. What do you mean by that, Rice Paddy? Well, I'm going to explain, okay? The pizza effect, okay, is when you start to see people like pieces of pizza, all right? Where you see the perfect piece of pizza and you're going to ignore all the other pieces of pizza on that pie, because you think that one piece of pizza is the perfect piece of pizza. And you start to think that somehow that piece of pizza already belongs to you because you want it so badly. If somebody else gets to it, you're going to say, hey, that's my piece of pizza. It's not your piece of pizza, all right? You only just wanted that piece of pizza really badly, okay? It's not yours. And think about this. Are you even thinking about whether or not that piece of pizza wants you back? So yeah, don't see people like pizza. There has to be a decision made. They have to want to be in your life, and that should be the first requirement. Number 3, get rid of the thirst. This kind of applies to number 2. But yeah, you really want to get rid of the thirst first before you get into any kind of a relationship. Have you ever been really, really hungry and then eaten too much food and end up hurting yourself? Well, it's kind of like that. So when you go into a relationship and you're starved for attention, then you're going to be way more emotional way too quickly in that relationship. And that is a bad place to be because that's going to lead to a whole lot of simping. That's going to lead into a lot of emotional imbalance in power. Because when you go into a relationship thirsty, then that person will know that you like them more than they like you. So don't be vulnerable, whether it means like meditating and looking into yourself spiritually and coming to terms with how you feel, or if it just means going out and taking your time, dating and literally banging the thirst out of yourself, okay, then that's what you should do to make sure that up here you will be able to stay rational. I'm not saying be devoid of emotions. I'm just saying don't let them make your decisions for you. Number 4, surround yourself with awesome, okay? Have awesome people in your life. This goes for friendships as well as relationships. If that person stops being awesome, okay, then that person has to go, all right? Period. Just so we're clear, the definition of awesome is that the net positive of that person contributes to your life in a way that you truly appreciate, such that you say, hey, that person's awesome. See, the problem is that most of us fool ourselves into thinking somebody is awesome, even if they're not, and we start making excuses for them, and we ignore red flags because we see certain positives that we really, really want, and we ignore the fact that this person is, in fact, not actually awesome. When you surround yourself with awesome people, all right, whether they are friendships or relationships, then it does two things, all right? First of all, it elevates you, because when you surround yourself with awesome people, it drives you to be more awesome. And also, when you have a group of awesome people, it elevates others to be awesome. It also establishes a code of behavior for your group so that people know how to act. Whether that's your friends or it's somebody you're dating, it will reduce the bad behavior. And number 5, don't be broke, ever. Right? There's no excuse, okay? So first of all, you can't be broke and date somebody, because if you can't take care of yourself, then how are you supposed to take care of somebody else, all right? And forget all of that romantic crap, all right? Like, I'm not into that. Relationships don't happen without some aspect of provision. Might be an ugly truth, but it's something that you can't really ignore, all right? If you want to date, dating is a luxury. It doesn't matter what country you're in, okay? You might be able to do it more easily in a different country, okay? But that doesn't change the fact that it's all going to cost money, and you can't be broke in order to do that. And ultimately, if you're going to date and get into any kind of a long-term committed relationship, that leads to marriage. Even if you're like me and you think that marriage is highly unlikely, all right, you can never say never, because you might find that person. And if it leads to marriage, then you will have to be a man and you will have to provide. That's just the breaks of the game. We can't go out into other countries looking for the 50-50, okay? That is what we're trying to get away from. And even if you're just in a long-term committed relationship, or even a non-committed relationship, there's still going to be an aspect of provision that will be expected of you as a man. So I think that it's really important that you get your money up and make sure that you can provide and do what's necessary, because that's what a man does. He takes care of business, whether he wants to or not, whether it's convenient or not. So the 3 things that you need to retire early are a budget, a side hustle, and an investment. That's it. So do you want to save money? Do you want to make money from anywhere? Do you want to invest your money and make passive income? If the answer is yes to any one of those questions, then you might want to email me at ricepaddyreasons@gmail.com. I do not charge for my help. It is a free consultation, and I am happy to have a conversation with any single one of you guys. I always love to hear your input as well, and your opinions and your thoughts, because we share wisdom here in this community. So what do you think? I'm sure there's much more advice that you guys have and wisdom that you have, more than just the few tidbits that I've provided here. So let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. But until then, passports up. You guys keep growing, live free, and deserve your victory.